Okay. Could you start with your name, please?
Beverly Whiteley.
How long have you been an artist or doing art?
I started doing pottery back in 1974. Just as my husband and I were married, I needed to find a craft to do, and I started doing pottery then.
What made you want to pursue the arts?
I've always been interested in art. I always loved art classes in school and wanted to create, always have been creating, so it's just part of me.
How long have you been a member of the Art Center?
I joined the Community Arts Center in 2016, I believe. We had just moved to Vevay after we retired and came across the Art Center, and they needed a potter, so I brought my pieces in to be juried.
Wow, so you've been here a while.
I've been here a while.
Yeah, I really like your pieces.
Thank you.
You have a lot of them, and they're really nice.
Thank you.
I feel like this is going to be kind of obvious, but what medium do you work with the most?
I use high fire and low fire clays in my pieces.
Do you do anything besides pottery?
I like to do things like resin work. I like to bake and cook. I like to crochet. I like to sew. What else do I like to do? I like to make jewelry. Just about anything that is creative, I like to try it.
You're pretty crafty.
I think so.
Um, was being an artist always in your plan, or?
Not really. When you're going through school and you're getting ready for life and your career, art just didn't seem like the path that would be what I would take. It was always more of an aside, something that I did for pleasure.
Okay, so what were you gonna do then?
Well, I'm a histologist by my education, so I did histology for 26 years and then retired out of that and became marketing with Elanco Animal Health. So I worked with the swine business unit.
Wow. So arts really was not in the plan.
No.
Is there anyone who inspired you to be an artist?
My dad. My dad was a shoe designer, and he designed shoes, ladies' shoes and children's girls' shoes for the Bata Shoe Company out of Czechoslovakia. And he always was drawing, and I just loved his work.
So, like, artistic abilities is in your family?
Yes,
That's cool.
it is.
I can relate to that because my grandma was an artist and she's inspired me a lot, and my sister is an artist. So we have a few artists in the family.
Wonderful. What are their mediums?
My mama liked watercolors
Mm-hmm.
and she liked colored pencils.
Nice.
I think pastels sometimes.
Mm.
And my sister-in-law is a lot like me. She works with a lot of everything, but I think she mostly is acrylic.
Fun. It's
So,
wonderful.
it really is fun. I lost my spot. Okay. Well, I guess you already answered that. You went to college. Yeah, and it wasn't for the arts either.
No, not for art.
Yeah. What has the Art Center done for you in terms of your art career?
Oh, it's just given me a wonderful outlet. The more art that you can bring here and sell, the more things you can make. So that's been a very nice thing for me because I love to be creating and building and making, and it's wonderful to have an outlet for the things that you've created. So it's been a real blessing.
Yeah, that's one thing that I can say about this building, this place, this community, is that it really is an outlet for creativity, not just for the members, but for everyone that comes and visits, and the little kids who come and do the crafts on Fridays. I mean, it's just an outlet for everyone.
It is, and I do pottery classes here, so that's a fun way of giving back too, for people to be able to come and create and have their pieces completed.
Yeah, I bet that's really exciting for little kids.
Yeah, and adults. It's really fun. Everybody that gets to come, we always have a good time.
Yeah. What do you think makes art art? Like, what do you think defines an art piece?
An art piece, I think it's an expression of the artist, whatever the medium is and whatever's in their heart. I think that's what comes out in their work, no matter what the medium is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can tell if an artist really put their all into something,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's
Mm-hmm.
just connects to them.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion, that's like the best kind of art.
It is when you can see the personality or the person coming through.
Yes. How do you think your art stands out in the art center?
Well, I'm the only potter here, so that in itself is unique. But a lot of the things that I make are things that can be used and you can hold in your hands. And like if I make a mug and the mug speaks to someone, and that becomes their favorite coffee cup or whatever, or a bowl that someone would want to use on a regular basis, just something that a person would relate to and enjoy then as part of their day-to-day life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I really like about your pieces is that they're just you're able to connect with them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, you can look at a piece and be like, "Oh, that's pretty," but
Right.
with yours, you can hold it and be like, "Wow."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And use it,
Yeah.
and especially like for a coffee cup or something. It's like a lot of people will have that special cup that they use every day, or a bowl that they use every time they do something, or whatever. Or if it's a piece of sculpture like the horsehair pottery, that speaks to a lot of people because they can. I'll use a piece of maybe a horse that means something to them, a piece of hair from horse that means something to them, and they can put it on their mantle and remember their horse through that piece of pottery, or something like that. So the sculpting is becoming a really fun thing for me to do as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you make beautiful pieces.
Thank you.
Similarly, how do you think your art fits in at the art center?
Fits in at the art center. I think it fits in well because, again, it depends on the person who's coming through the art center, what it is that speaks to them. A lot of people, the painting will speak to them in a certain way, or glasswork will speak to them a certain way. And I think that it just is a different way of connecting with those that come to visit our art center.
I absolutely agree with that. Um, if you could tell any young artists that are out there, um, what would it be?
I would just say, don't ever stop doing what it is that's in your heart, because no matter what your ability is, um, you're going to express yourself. And I find when I'm in my clay, um, it's very meaningful. It's a good time to just let your expression out in your work, and to just give of yourself through your work, and just don't give up. Just keep doing it and expressing yourself.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I would have liked to hear when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I used to think a lot of the time that my art had to look a certain way
Right.
to be art,
Mm-hmm.
but art is art
It
if it
is.
speaks to someone, even if it
Yes.
just speaks to you.
Exactly.
So that really, when I realized that, it really did help.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
understanding that at an earlier age, I think, would be great.
Yes. Yes. Just to continue and enjoy, and you're going to grow as you grow mentally and physically. You're going to grow with your abilities and your skills, and just don't give up.
Absolutely.
So this is some of the work that I do. I like to create things that are usable, Things like mugs. Something might become your favorite mug that you have your coffee out of every morning. Or even make your own coffee in a pour-over mug. Those are always fun. I like to do bowls. Bowls are always fun because you can do so many things with them. Different sizes for different uses in the kitchen or for display. Here we have some chip and dip type things. Horsehair pottery has become one of my favorite things to do, though. Horsehair is taken out of the kiln when it's 1,000 degrees hot, and the horsehair is laid on it, and the carbon residue is left in the clay, and then it's polished with wax. So horsehair can be very personal to a person who is wanting to remember a special animal. You can do any kind of animal hair or even human hair if you want. I like to do seasonal things. Here I've got a bunch of pumpkins and gourds, but lately I've been really enjoying doing sculpting. And when you sculpt pieces, they have to be hollow inside. So Mr. Elephant is all hollow inside. But it's been really fun to just enjoy expressing through the clay, making the different sculptures. There's Mr. Horse up there, and I've just, whatever animal or season or location. I have a lot of sea type things like sea urchins and starfish and shells. I also do things like vessel sinks that you will, they're actually made out of pottery, and you install them on your countertop and they become a part of your home. So I like to make usable things, whimsical things. Here's some gnomes that are kind of fun. I just like to create and play in the mud, so what can I say?
I think one of my favorite pieces right now is this little.
You like the thankful mug?
Yeah.
Thankful. These are thankful pumpkins, and what you can do is you can take these pumpkins and you can write things, put it on your dinner table and write what you're thankful for. And I'm going to be thankful for Bailey right now.
Oh.
So you can put your thankful pumpkin up on your table before Thanksgiving, and you write all the things you're thankful for. And then you can wipe it off and use again next year.
I think all of your pieces here are just very beautiful and very expressive.
Thank you, Bailey.
And I think they're very diverse. I like how they're usable, and some of them are just they can be used for decoration.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Your gnomes are cute. I love your gnomes. So, yeah.
Thank you.